Hey, Roger, this is Eddie, and hoping that you're doing well, feeling well, comfortable, getting some rest. Thought I would send maybe a more upbeat video for you today without so many ums and ahs, and maybe hopefully some better lighting because that last video sucked.
And look at the beautiful sea in the background. Hope you're feeling better. Hi, Amber.
That was totally unscripted. Maybe to lighten your day, how about a joke? There was this moth, and the moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Podiatrist looks at the moth and asks him, "You look healthy, why are you here?" And the moth says, "Oh my gosh, my work has been so terrible. My boss works me all day, makes me walk around, makes me fly around. He's a bully. It's just so stressful. It's making me depressed, but I can't quit because I have no more money. Because my wife, she had an affair and she left me, and she was with our financial advisor. It was such a betrayal, and you know, for months and months they were having an affair, and they were telling me that, you know, our money was safe, but you know, meanwhile they took all my money, and so I have no more money. In fact, I'm having a bit of a crisis. I don't feel I even believe in God anymore. How could this happen to me? I've always tried to be a good person, and you know, how could somebody who's lived a good life experience so much pain and suffering? And how could there be hunger and disease when there's an actual God? I'm really at a crossroads. I would even kill myself if I had the courage, but I'm too much of a coward even to kill myself. And I don't know what I'm going to do, doc. And the podiatrist looks at him and he says, "Well, that sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help you. I'm a podiatrist. You know, why did you come here? You should see a psychiatrist." And the moth thinks for a bit and he says, "Well, you left the light on." So that was a longer joke. So here's a short joke. So a bear walks into a bar. He steps up to the bar, tells the bartender, "I'll have a rum and Coke." The bartender says, "Okay, but why such a big pause?" The bear says, "Well, I'm a bear." Yeah, that's a joke. Okay, an old Italian man in Brooklyn wants to plant a tomato garden. So he goes out to his garden and he starts trying to dig, but the ground is too tough. He's like 98 years old, he can't dig. So he figures, who can I call? So he thinks, well, I'll call my son. My son's in prison, he can't help, but I'll write him a letter. So he writes his son Vincent a letter and asks, "Vincent, you know, I'd like to plant a garden. Do you know anybody who can help dig up this soil so I can plant the seeds?" He waits a few days for Vincent to respond. Vincent responds in a letter. He says, "Dad, don't plant the tomatoes in the backyard. That's where I buried all the bodies." The father's like really surprised, but fine. A few days later, the FBI shows up. They bust in. They go, "Hey, listen, we got the tip," because they read the letter. And they go to the backyard and they like search the whole backyard for the bodies, like dig all around. And then they leave, and the father doesn't know what to do. A few days later, or the next day, he gets a letter from his son. It says, "Hey, Dad, you can plant the tomatoes now." Okay, one day this is a blonde joke. No offense, Amber. This blonde, she has no money, and she's like, I gotta find a way to earn some money. She's an attractive blonde. There has to be 100 ways she can earn money. So she figures, but she doesn't know what to do. So she ends up saying, "Well, I'll just go door to door and I'll knock and see if I can do anything for anybody." So she goes to the first door, she knocks, and the guy opens the door. And she says, "Listen, I have no money. Is there anything I could do for you and you can pay me?" And the guy looks at her and he says, "Well, you can paint the porch." And she says, "Okay, I've never painted one before, but I'll give it a try." She says, how much you'd pay me to do that?" And he says, "I'll give you $100 to paint it." He says, "In fact, you can go right now. All the painting supplies are in the garage. I'll open the garage for you." So he goes back inside. She walks to the garage. He opens the garage for her. And he walks back to the kitchen, and his wife says, "You know, honey, I don't know what you're thinking. She has never painted a porch before. And, you know, I know there's this blonde joke, but, you know, she probably is going to mess up." And the guy's like, "You know what? Have faith. You know, she could do it. And she needs the money. So it's a way for us to get our porch painted cheap." So a few hours go by, the doorbell rings, and it's the girl. She's covered in paint. But she says to the guy, "You know what? It was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. In fact, I was able to get 2 coats on, And if you want, I'll even come back tomorrow and put a third coat on. And the guy says, that is great. And he gives her $100 and she starts walking away. And she turns around, she says, oh, by the way, that's a Mercedes, not a Porsche. That's my attempt at giving a daily laugh, I hope. So not as somber, but I hope you know that we're still thinking of you. And I will maybe have Jenna make another appearance. Hey, Jenna. Okay, so here we are, wishing you well from Sicily. As of yesterday, we're in Sicily. And
Hello.
yeah, hope everything's, again, that you're comfortable and that you are, I think Jackie leaves today, but you still have a great support system there. Anything else, Jenna?
Nope. Wishing you well. Have a great day, and expect another video tomorrow.
So
Maybe I'll tell a
I'm
joke.
on these videos. So
Maybe I'll tell a joke.
Maybe Jenna will tell a joke. Hey, give us feedback. Put comments below. Like and share. I'm on these videos. So
Ciao.
ciao. See you later. Bye.